Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome to you all. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is BAHADIR. And thank you for giving to my opportunity to talk to you today. My presentation will be about video games and children's. I mean, is which kind of video games affect which way to children's, like that. And if everybody is ready, I would like to start now. So let's start by looking at video games industry and computers. Video games industry is over 30 years old, and in that time, same technology following the computers as well. So I mean, when any video games growing up very fast, computer technology growing up, same as like a video games, because all video games, for example, like for computers or any PlayStation or Xbox. But firstly, the promise about computer games, it should be about the children's for their academic skills. So every computer and kind of computer games, first thing, it will help the children for their any skills, for their future, for their lesson, for their study. But in that time, same time, every computers and computer games following to their house as well. So I mean is when some teacher accept use the computer in their class, in their school, but they think firstly only for the study lesson. But after that, when their children's parents bought a computer in their home, teenagers and children start using some video games. But we have two kind of game actually. One of is negative way, one of is positive way. If some children uses video game is positive way, I mean is maybe some kind of sport game or golf, basketball, like a football, like a tennis, it's never dangerous for them. But otherwise, most of video game and computer game at the moment is violent. Every like a horror video games, and every character try to hurt other character in the game. If you have any question at the moment, please ask me. If you don't, I would like to speak about playing computer games average in weekly. And middle school population, middle school teenagers, students, about the girls use computer games, video games is 5 hours per week, but boys using 13 hours per week, but they are only middle-aged school. But actually, like a preschoolers age, I mean to between 5 years old, they use 28 minutes, but only per week, about two games. But actually, between computer games and television is higher than computer games. Every age, teenagers or child, they watching a TV 24 hours a week. Right, let's move on the positive and negative effects about video games. If some teacher played any violent games, their behavior will be very dangerous about their future, about their school life. And some, how can I say, some analysts, they try to find the problem, what will be happen if they play the violence game. If some children play the violence game before the school, when they start to study in the first school, they will try to fight to other friends. They will be very aggressive. They never focus their study, and there's nothing, unless they will be very aggressive about every time. And also video games is natural, like a natural teacher. Every video games, when the children play the video games, they can agree what they see. If they see some soft things, not the violence, any good things in the play game. For example, like make a bullying or helping some friend. We have some kind of game. They can understand, and they have a very clear memory in the teenagers and childs. They can understand easily. But if they play violence game, they can save like that is violence, some crime like that. And some analysts say us again, between 5 and 8 years old is 3 years old, children prefer only violence game. They never wants to play other kind of game. Other ways, but some games can give the children is positive effects as well. For example, they can understand the people each other. They can use about their features. They can use about the mathematics. They can use about the speaking, about the everything is but like a kind of game. But playing violent games has a positive correlation with antisocial and aggressive behavior. But positive but antisocial behavior and aggressive behavior. And also playing violence game leads to increased physiological arousal, increased aggressive behavior, increased aggressive feelings, increased aggressive behaviors, and decreased professional helping. For example, in a study of over 400 students aged between 3 and 5 who played the violence game is that year, they will be very psychological, angry, and very attractive about the people in school years. Okay, finally, I'd like to speak about parents, their family responsibility. The research also seems to show that parents have an important role about the video games. For example, children whose family they can control the children about to playing games, they will be very successful, they will be very nice to school, and they never show any fight or any bad behavior in the school. Actually, children's not spend more than 7 or 14 hours per week about computer games or television games. But actually, every children spends at the moment 37 hours a week on the screen. Regarding connect education, games are likely to have positive effects, and violent games likely to have negative effects. Playing a violent game for hours every day decreases school performance, increases aggressive behaviors, and improve visual attention skills. Let's stop there. Thank you very much for listening to me. If anyone has any question, I would like to be able to answer everything.